Alright, let's start. Yo, heart. Bam! A dog kick! Look at those cars, man. Ridiculous. You never thought at least Chinese cars would look good, right? So now they actually do look kind of good and perform kind of decent, right? Not always the Tesla numbers, but definitely got some torque. Like in um, other videos that I said before, they at least they got like the electric and um, and the motor down and the interior electronic stuff. That stuff like Chinese definitely are not lacking at all. They have no problem make it like an iPad or something. They're known for that. So they do not have that problem at all. A lot of these cars nowadays are voice activated. I guess they use a Android type of auto system sometimes, and yeah, and it's great, man. You could actually lots of things are voice operated as long as you speak Chinese. So this is the BYD Hai Pao, so meaning is it sea lion, something like that. Yeah, not terribly expensive looking. Nowadays it's kind of like they do give you some luxury, but however, they do kind of try to force to fit into those screens there. It seems a little bit disconnected, but anyways, it's fine. That is supposed to be it looks just like the MG SUV, so no difference. I think a lot of these cars they look so much alike. Now the differences are the LED lights and the grill. There's only differences. Okay, so we got some people from where are they from? PR Watts. Have no idea. It's not Russian. They're not Russian folks. So it could be the Nordic people. They all look like pretty tall because they use a lot of electrical vehicles, right? The carbon emissions there, it's probably pretty strict. And yeah, but that's where the Chinese people are going to buy is to buy the electric vehicles. I'm pretty excited about it. Yes, there is a drawback. The biggest drawback is definitely one, your local mechanic. He wouldn't know how to work on these at all. Um, it's more like an electrician job, right? So I see they put some Range Rover stuff here and a little bit of elongated. I don't know, man. Usually is always the all usual suspects, right? All the luxury cars, they want to put all these elements kind of together. Such as the Panamera, which I see like all the time. A little bit of reminiscence of Panamera. This looks like there are some like elements of actually GTR, the 2007 2008 GTR, in the front. This one, like there's a this part of Volkswagen, no, Land Rover Evoque in the back. Last quarter panel. This one, no idea what's in the front. I guess a little bit of a Hyundai going on. I think Hyundai Santa Fe is probably the same size as Santa Fe-ish. The interior, everybody has like a horizontal thing nowadays, so you can watch movies. So that's the thing. Yep, that's the whole point. And yeah, interior looks pretty decent. Piano finishes on the dash. BYD actually is a very practical car company, so it's not a lot of frills there, but definitely a lot of bang for your buck. They do make the best batteries out there. So They actually have been making batteries for over 20 something years, so it's not just a carbon copy of something out there. Um, and this is the Han symbol. They do look pretty cool. Um, what does that remind me of? It reminds me of something, but I guess on the side it looks like a Jaguar XF. Yeah, there we go. Jaguar XF. A little bit of a Lambo, I think, like the Lambo SUV tail lights thing going on. Yeah, but the side part is definitely an XF. It kind of reminds you of an XF. Like XF, I like the XE, like the XF. So it's a good place where to copy it from. I don't mind it. It's a mini SUV, a smaller one, not a mini mini, but a compact SUV. These are also always my favorites, um, because in the city, you just need to use it pretty often. Yes, the commercials. So yeah, Bentley, the usual suspect. But it's always about electrical cars here. Arc Fox. Haven't read too much about it, but they look like pretty decent. For some reason nowadays Chinese cars they look like they have pretty decent fit and finish at least on the showroom side, right? So, um, actually they have other cars that's going on, but this is for some reason this person that filmed it, that's they only filmed the electrical part. So we saw like those parts, those cars are called tank. So yeah, there we go. Arc Fox. So to me, I'm really looking at it from a layman point of view. A lot of car guys, hardcore car guys, I don't think they're gonna like it all that much, quite honestly. They might say, "Is it copy? It doesn't have a soul and things like that." I'm quite honestly, I like cars, but I like the cars to the fact that you could drive it and it's not gonna cost way too expensively, and I can enjoy there and get from point A to point B. That is actually what I enjoy about, and actually I like this integrated dash thing. It actually looks nice and fit and finish. I mean, when you actually come to think about a real accident, I think I just don't want that like LED screen to be flying to my face. So that's the thing. I do like black wheels. They're easier to clean. They look good, and yep, that's a Huawei inside. Okay, Arc Fox is Huawei car. Okay. That's nice. Good to know. Huawei actually make cars nowadays, so probably gonna take your personal info and stuff like that. Quite honestly, nowadays these type of cars they probably are connected to the internet. Yes, you are not gonna have a lot of privacy. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. That's how life is, anyways, nowadays in the 21st century. And unless you decided to live in the middle of nowhere in the Amazon or something, not gonna happen. So there's an MG7. Yes, Moore's Garage. Yep, that's another person there posing. Hello, hello. Yes, kind of thing. And then, yeah, obviously a Panamera thing kind of going on in the backside. Everybody's copying Panamera. Most Americans hate Panameras. They said it's ugly. And toward the very end, there was an A7 thing going on. Yep, toward the tip of it. So yeah, there's a reminiscence of everything. You will see more and more Garage MG1 and yeah, so pretty much it just looks like a SUV. It kind of looks like a little bit of Subaru kind of thing going on. Um, yeah, nothing too strikingly amazing in the MG side. Yes, if you are the guy who actually opened up Morris Garage MG nowadays, you probably would be mad because it's actually owned by Chinese. It's a very Chinesey car nowadays. They do sell it in England, so all those people, all those Americans think like, yeah, it's like they don't sell it anymore. Yeah, they do have the export version to sell it to England, and let's move on. So I guess it's a more like a more marketing for women, I guess. Possibly. Not so sure about that. And we got a little bit of Nook thing going on. Nissan Nook. That looks like it's a straight up just a copying of a GT, Mercedes-Benz GT, in four doors. This is obviously a Mazda 6. So copying of a little bit of Mazda 6 is same, near the same dimension as well. It looks like it's a mid-size sedan. We talk about Ion. So basically, yes, it's a regular car. So they have to mix that practicality in there, and then they have these suicidal doors. So unnecessary. And this looks like it's a full-size car, man. It actually they just dress it up into making it look cool, but I could tell that's a Jaguar. There's a little bit of Jaguar stuff in there. Yeah. Ah, in the back, that just looks like a Lancer. That's just weird. Yeah, okay, that's decent. Yeah, but whatever it is, look, it's still very comfortable in the inside. That's where you're gonna be spending all your time anyway. So even if it looks ugly, if it drives pretty decent, hey man, I'm all up on that. It's very important. Where you're gonna be spending a lot of your time is actually not looking at your car. I think the Ion they actually have a really economical car that you actually can get it like under like $12,000 US or something like that. It's a very cheapy car, but hey, it's electric. You can save a lot of money. Look at this, the hypercar, right? Well, companies always have these just to demonstrate the fact that hey, look, I can do it. So that means you should invest in my company. That's what it is all about. That's it. Hyper GT. I do think actually cars nowadays is not actually not rocket science to build because you have a lot of these electrical motors and stuff like that. You don't have to have a proprietary one. You can have it, but all these things are out there. Yeah, and people can build it for you.